Hi Cancer, I want to welcome you to Yellow Cardinal Tarot. My name is Carol and this is going to be a general reading for mid-December 2024. It's going to be my last reading of the year for you. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at a pattern that is showing up for you in your life for healing, and patterns are so important because they're really going to tell us what needs healing and what's coming up from your shadow. And oftentimes when people ask me, how do I know what to heal? Like, how do I know how to start? And I always say to start off with your triggers, first of all, and also patterns. Really look closely at, what sort of behaviors do you see that are happening with people around you? How are you being treated? What's the patterns that you're seeing? What sort of people are coming into your space all the time? These are patterns because that is what's sort of almost like, I'm going to use the word manifesting, like that's what's coming in because there's some inner healing that needs done with respect to what this pattern is. And so I'm going to start off with the Erenberg Tarot. Pick 3 cards from that, and then I'm going to use the Tarot Vintage to clarify. And so let's start off with what pattern is showing up in Cancer's life right now for healing. And 1 card for that, please. And you have the 7 of Pentacles here. And then I'm going to look at, so this top row right here, that's going to be your outer world. That's going to be what you're consciously aware of, right? If I sat down with you right now, you would tell me that, yeah, I'm aware of this, that's going on. You're very much consciously aware of this. And then what's coming up next is your shadow right here. And this row is going to be what's inside of you. It's your unconscious, it's your inner world. And our inner world always reflects out what needs healing, right? So we'll look at the top row and then we're going to take a peek at, okay, so what's coming up here from your shadow? What sort of things have you repressed when you were younger? What were you told that was wrong with you? What kind of traumas or memories do you have that are sitting here in your shadow? And we also have gifts that are buried in that shadow once you start peeling away this what needs to be healed. So if you aren't familiar with the term shadow work, I left a really good video for you that I put together on my other channel called Carol Cares. And the video is called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work, and it is all about facing your own shadow. Okay, so let's ask for 1 card for Cancer for what's coming up from their shadow that needs healing. And you have the World card, an interesting card to start off your shadow with. And then we need some advice from the tarot, and then I'll also recommend some videos for you at the end. Yeah, so what's some advice here? 1 card. The Lover's card. Let's clarify these with the Rider-Waite, and these were all pre-shuffled before I came on. So can I have a couple cards for the 7 of Pentacles? Ooh, here we go. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, and then the Emperor in reverse. How about the World card? Couple cards. I'm gonna say the Devil card came up first in reverse. And then the 5 of Cups in reverse. And the Lovers. Couple cards. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I think we're ready to start your reading, Cancer. All right, so what pattern is showing up in your life? Well, you're feeling, with the 7 of Pentacles coming in, this individual has been hoeing these pentacles. And I love this deck because it actually is very much based on the Rider-Waite deck. So it'll kind of hone in on one particular image on the Rider-Waite, and this one is this individual that's been holding his pentacles all his life, and he's standing in front of the pile, and he's going like, I've been doing this, committed to this all my life, and is this everything, you know? Is this everything? And so I think you're starting to feel like there's something else out there for you. Like maybe you've committed yourself to a job, or you've done this certain job all your life, and you're like, okay, like now what? Maybe, you know, you could be retired like myself, or who decided to take up tarot, which isn't true. It's not just something like happened like that. I had to do a lot of work before I got to it, a lot of healing. But yeah, so maybe you're somebody that, you know, that is kind of just going, there's something else out there for me. You're feeling the nudge. You're feeling some intuitive call, maybe. But then you have this Five of Pentacles that's getting in your way here. You know, these individuals that are walking by this place of worship, and they're not even looking, they're not even considering to knock on the door and ask for some help, because they're poorly dressed. They're not dressed for the winter. And, you know, they really do need some warmth and some help, but they're not even feeling worthy enough to ask for help. And so this is you right here, where, you know, there's something maybe calling you, and there's something out there, something else out there maybe you want to do. Maybe you're just feeling it, but you're just not feeling worthy enough. That, you mean, like, me? Why me? And so this unworthiness that's sitting here, and I can almost say like it's a feeling of shame that's sitting here that we're not always aware that we have. Everybody has shame, but it's a sneaky kind of emotion that we just, like, we know what anger is, and we know what fear is, and we know what, you know, loneliness, or but to have shame, it's a hard one to get at. It's a real shitty feeling, but that's definitely what you're feeling here. And the Emperor card comes in, but it's in reverse. So let's take a peek at the Emperor card in an upright position. The Emperor card, this is a major arcana card, right? So it's like this archetypal force here in the universe, and it talks about this individual that's kind of like a father-like figure. Could be very controlling. Control sometimes comes in here. Could be I often say that this individual has set these rules, and he's very confident. He's been sitting in this cement chair for so long, and he's had these old stale rules that have been there forever, and people just continue to follow them. They don't question them, right? You're not gonna come up to this emperor and question him about his rules. And it's in reverse here, because the universe is saying, it's time for you. I don't think you realize this, but it's like, what imaginary societal rules are you following that are telling you that you can't do this? Like, what have you been told that said you're not good enough to do this? So maybe I'm wondering if there's something that you want to do and you know what it is, but these feelings of doubt, these feelings of shame, of not feeling good enough to do it are coming up. And the Emperor card is saying, okay, where is this coming from? It's time to look at this. Are these your rules? Are these what you really think? Or did somebody tell you this when you were younger, that you can't do this, you're not good enough, girls can't do that, or boys wouldn't do that, or what is it? What did society tell you? And that's what you're aware of right now. And then, so let's see if we can get some answer to these rules that you're being asked to look at here. You have the World card coming up, and the World card is a card that really speaks about closure. It speaks about middle ground. And for me, I'm wondering if this is really like a middle ground card for you, because the middle ground is not, it's right in the middle. It's not too far to the right, not too far to the left. It's just, in the middle here. And so I'm wondering if we can go back to that Emperor card here. Did you come from a very controlling environment where you were very much, controlled one way and there was no middle ground for you? And so middle ground for you was buried in your shadow somewhere. You learned to put that away. And so maybe you continue to lead a life where you're very much, no, I'm a real person, real type A person. I'm following this. I'm following the rules. I'm not allowed to sway. So you're told, you're not allowed to sway from this middle ground right here. And then you get the Devil card that comes in reverse. And the Devil card, and normally in an upright position, if it's not in the shadow, it will talk about those things that we get, those things that we very much get attached to when we're older, these addictions that we get. And, oftentimes, we have addictions to deal with our pain, to put off our pain that we were in. But I'm seeing here that because it's in your shadow, it talks to me about attachments. And I'm wondering here if, maybe you had some sort of, I'm gonna say, attachment issues where you couldn't form any sort of attachments at all. And I'm thinking that it's almost like, or maybe you were so controlled that was your sort of your form of attachment when you were younger, right? All your decisions were made by someone else, like very, very tightly controlled when you were younger. Because I said that, when you were younger, there was no middle ground. And I seem to be talking a bit about controlling here. So I think there is a lot of controlling coming up and when we're controlled when you're younger, when you come from a very controlling family, controlling caretakers, we just lose our sense of individuality. We feel like we don't matter. There is no, and that's where this comes in right here, where you feel like you just don't matter because you're controlled. And here's this individual here, and it's in a reverse position, but an upright position. This person has really, here's these 3 of Cups here. And really, really, you can see, oftentimes when I see an individual in the tarot deck that has their head down, that really reminds me speaks of shame, just kind of holding their head and just feeling like they're just not worthy here. And I think that's what happened to you. You became like I said, if you're controlled when you're younger, you're going to feel like you don't matter, and you're going to feel very lonely. Here's this individual that has really focused on these 3 cups that are spilled here, feeling very, very hopeless. This is a card that speaks about depression, speaks about feeling very hopeless. They see no way out, and that's where this Devil card comes in, where you were very much chained, very much controlled, and you saw no way out. And I think you gave up. I think you absolutely gave up, where there wasn't even those 2 cups there for some hope. There was no cup for hope. It was like, I have to give up, because you had no middle ground. There was no middle ground for you. There was no bend. It was very, very strict, very controlled. And so when you're feeling like you want to do something else, when you're feeling the nudge to maybe take your life in a different direction, you are feeling this every time, what you felt when you were younger, this, nope, you can't go here. It's like you've been put in this box and you can only go a certain point until you hit the wall on either side, right? All these 4 sides. It's like, I can't get out of here. You're very much trapped and controlled in your childhood. And so how do you heal this? How do you begin to heal this? these belief systems in your head that told you, no, you can't do this, or you can't try this. Well, you have the Lover's card here. And the Lover's card is number 6 in the major arcana. And it has a duality to it. All my 6s have this duality to it. And this speaks about a very intimate, loving relationship. And normally it also speaks about, there's 2 sides to this relationship here. And in the Rider-Waite deck, because this is based on the Rider-Waite deck, there's 2 individuals. You have a feminine individual, and then you have a masculine. And it really speaks about the 2 sides we have, the conscious part of us and the unconscious part of us. And the Lover's card is a choice. You have the choice now to remain in your conscious world and what you know. And that means you have the choice to continue to live by these ridiculous societal rules, or maybe, you know, how you were raised. When you're wanting to branch out here, but you have the choice to live in this conscious world and think that you can't do it. Or you have the choice to go inwards. And this is really an outer inward card. These are your 2 choices here. And because when you go inwards, that means there's some healing that's going to be done here. And are you going to heal? There's a part of you that needs to heal here. And the universe, or the tarot universe says, you know, you need to start. And here's an offer for you. And it's in reverse because there's a resistance on your part to feeling it. Maybe a block on your part to feel it. But very interesting. I just saw, well, I did talk about the 7 of Pentacles. Your reading ends with the 7 of Pentacles, which is fascinating. So the universe is offering you this gift right now. It says, you know, I realize here that, you know, you have this choice to make. Your outer world, your inner world. And to do that, you need some help. And I'm going to give you a gift. And it's the Pentacle. And the Pentacle is our body. It's like the universe is saying, did you forget about your body? Because up in your head, in your conscious world, you think that you are still trapped or locked into what, you know, how you were controlled when you were younger and not willing to take that dare. You're not allowed to, you know, step out of that. But the universe says, well, here's a chance for you to get back into your body. I'm going to give you this pentacle here. And this is your body. You need to pay attention to your body. It's time that you go inwards and get back into your body. And we do that by grounding ourselves. And then this thing that you want to do, maybe you don't even know what it is, right? Which is the fascinating part of the healing journey, is you don't know what's next. When I started my healing journey 7.5 years ago, I had no idea. Let's just put it this way. I didn't know what tarot was 7.5 years ago. No clue what it was. Until I saw some people talking on, it's a big long story. But I had no clue. So it's like this thing that you want to do. Maybe you don't know what it is. You're going to discover what it is. It's inside. It's not up here. Whatever it is that you want to do and the healing that needs to be done, it's not up here. It's in your body. And so you need to learn how to ground and get back in your body so you can start your inner work and find out what's going on, you know, what the universe is, what's here, what's inside of you. You have everything inside of you. And so I'm going to leave you with a video on grounding, and I'm also going to leave you with your December reading that I did for you, Cancer. And I want you to remember to have compassion for yourself, for what you're working through right now. This is the hardest journey of your life, the healing journey, but it is the most important one to get back to who we are. And so thank you. I thank you for watching my video. And I'm going to say bye for now.